All right, now we're going to take yesterday's writing and we are going to complete this new slide here, and we're going to put it all together and we're going to add in some extra details. So how do we want to start with this? Well, let's go ahead and make sure you pull up on your computer. Go ahead and you'll have two tabs open. Here's our tab for today. And then I want you to go ahead and open up your tab from yesterday with yesterday's writing on it. And what you're going to want to do is you are going to copy what you have in that first little paragraph. Now, so you're going to Control C, and then you come back to your Tuesday writing, and you're going to get your cursor right where it needs to be, and you're going to go Control V. And notice, though, something is missing off of this sentence, because we don't start with how to cook a turkey. You will need to find a pan. True, but again, we want to make sure we have that hook. So now we are going to create a hook that's going to draw our readers in. So what's a good hook? How to cook a turkey? Let's see. One of the great ways that we hook people in is using a question. So maybe we start off with, do you know how to cook a turkey? Well, I am going to tell you. You will need to find a pan, but remember when we go back over here on our Monday writing, there's a word here that was part of the graphic organizer, but was not part of our text writing. So we're going to go back in. We want to add our transition words. So we're going to start and we're going to add in on our Tuesday writing first, F-I-R-S-T, comma. Because it automatically does that, I'm going to have to take that capital Y and turn it into a lowercase y because it's still part of the same sentence. All right. So now we have added a hook. Well, I'm going to tell you first you will need to find a pan to put the turkey in. Be sure to season your turkey. You will also want to stuff it. Okay. So yeah, it's pretty good, but we might want to come back and add a few things. But let's see here. Also, notice here it looks really small, so it's really a good size font, so you don't really need to bump it up too much. I don't want to see people trying to fill up that page and just say, ooh, I'm going to use 24 and now it looks so much better. So try to keep your font size at about a 14 or 18. Let's just go ahead in the difference and we'll say 18 here. All right, so that was my first one there. Now I'm going to go back to my Monday writing, and I am going to again copy what I wrote in that second paragraph box, and I'm going to Control C, come back here. I'm going to, maybe I'm going to skip a line, Control V, and then I'm going to go back here, and I'm going to skip a couple lines, and I am going to go back here. I just want to do my copy and pasting first. So I'm going to go ahead and down to that last paragraph, Control C. I'll put it over here and Control V. Now I have everything from my pre-writing, that brainstorming, and I'm going to start expanding on this. So you might want to, you will want to stuff it. All right, so after, maybe you want to say something like, after you have stuffed your turkey, next, comma, and again, because it automatically did that with the next, heat your oven to 350 degrees. Put the turkey in the oven and set the timer. So you're going to go back. I'm not going to do it right now, but you're going to go back and you're going to say, how much long do I need to set the timer for? You're going to find that information. And then your last one here, we had, what was our word at the end here? Last. So we're going to come back in here. We're going to add that word, last, comma, and we're going to take that capital and turn it into a lowercase c because it's not starting the sentence. Last, carve the turkey and eat it. Now, how many sentences do we need in all of our paragraphs? we want to have at least about 5 sentences in every paragraph. So you're going to fill that in. So after you stuff the turkey, after you've stuffed the turkey, that's an incomplete sentence, isn't it? What? After you have stuffed your turkey, maybe we're going to say it's time to get ready to cook it. That's an exciting thing. I'm going to put an exclamation. Next, heat your oven to 350 degrees. Why? Well, because you want your oven nice and hot so your turkey cooks all the way through. You know, turkeys have a lot of bones and stuff, and it takes a long time to cook through all that thing, just like I do. So then you're going to put the turkey in the oven and set the timer. You can expand on this, add a little more. Again, if I'm going to change that to 18 font, I'm going to come back at the end and I will do the same thing with that font too. And then it's going to last carve the turkey and eat it. I think I need a little bit more. I might say something. Finally, the turkey is ready to come out of the oven. Now, I don't know about your family, but I know at my house, it has to come out of the oven and then I let it rest. And rest for when you're cooking just means you're going to let it sit there for just a few minutes. You know, it has to rest for about, we'll say 20 minutes. That keeps the juices all inside. It is so hard to wait. What happens? Do you carve the turkey? Does mom carve the turkey? Does dad carve the turkey? So maybe you're going to say, it is so hard to wait. At last, Dad picks up the carving knife. Carving knife. Okay, so now I have last carved the turkey. Well, I've kind of incorporated that in here. So I'm going to kind of change that whole little sentence, and that's what revising and editing means. It means you change things around as you are writing. So at last, Dad picks up the carving knife, and I'm going to say, and starts to carve the turkey. He puts it on a big platter and brings it to the table. And we're gonna go down here. So we just said that. So brings it to the table. Everyone sits down, and the last thing we do is eat it. Okay, so I'm noticing something here, and I don't know if you've noticed it too, but this is an important thing when you are writing. Sometimes we start writing in what's called the third person, which means it's not about you, what's happening to you. You are explaining it to someone else. So we started off up here asking somebody if they know how to cook the turkey. So we need to carry that through as you are talking to someone else. So let's make sure we have done that. All right, so you will also want to stuff it. After you have stuffed it, then you want your oven nice and hot, set the timer. Finally, the turkey comes out of the oven, it is so hard to wait. At last, let's change instead of Dad. At last, someone will pick up the carving knife. Not picks, because we've already done that. Pick up the carving knife and start to carve the turkey. You, not he, but you will put it on a big platter and bring it to the table. Everyone sits down, and the last thing you will do is eat it. All right, so that's looking pretty good. All right, so have fun with this assignment. The next 2 days are going to be similar.